Well, if you didn't meet this guy last time he was on the place, you're going to meet him now. It's Ben Light. Nice to see you again.
All right, thanks for having me.
Ben is an extreme athlete, and when I say extreme, I mean we mean extreme.
Yeah, Ben, you have this upcoming race that sounds impossible, basically.
Yeah.
So tell us about this race that you're going to be doing called the Spine Race.
Yeah.
It's because you have to have the spine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or break your spine.
Yeah, right.
It's a UK-based race. It's on the Pennine Way Trail. That's their like national trail there. And so usually most people frequent that trail like through hiking and stuff during the summertime. Not many people frequent it in the wintertime. So they did a race there in the wintertime. You can see some of the footage of last year. I went and tried to attempt it and actually got only 200 miles of it before my feet swelled up and wouldn't fit into my shoes.
Oh boy.
And so it was quite an experience, and so I have some unfinished business and heading back.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It's 268 miles. So I mean, how long does it take? I mean,
Well, you have 7 days to complete it. I'm shooting for 4 to 5 days at very most, but it all comes down to weather and conditions. And it's strict navigation. There's no markings, course markings like in most races. You have a GPS. They got stones along the way to kind of point the way. They have some signs and stuff, but overall, it's fairly
it's up to you. It looks like you're wearing so much gear. So tell everyone, what do you actually have to run with?
So you have to run with safety gear, basically, just in case you get stranded out on course. You have to run with a sleeping bag, a waterproof liner. I'm doing a bivy sack. It's a little bit lighter. You have to run with a stove. You have to carry
a stove.
Stove and gas.
Wow.
3,000 extra calories on top of the calories that you're going to consume. Those 3,000 are just in case you get stuck and have to hit your distress beacon and have basically their mountain rescue, their search and rescue, come and extract you from the course.
Wow. So they're keeping track of everybody as you do this, but how I just can't even fathom.
Look at him there.
I really can't. The terrain.
Wow.
The first 24 miles of last year's race, we were going through in 24 river crossings up to our waist. So you got ice floating by, it's 30 degrees outside, winds, snowing, and you're crossing up to your waist in water.
Okay, Ben, to me, this sounds much more mental than physical. I mean, it's so strenuous both ways, but how do you not just 5 minutes into it say, I give up?
Well, this is definitely something that you work up towards.
Yes.
So it's a growing experience. It's something that you grow physically, but then you also grow mentally. So I've undertaken many 200-mile races and completed them and stretched that mental growth in order to take on something like this.
And tell me, there are aid stations along the way here.
Most places, there are 5 main aid stations. So
over 268 miles.
Over 268 miles. So most aid stations are about 50 to 60 miles apart from each other.
So no complaining in that next 5K
Yeah.
when you have to go a little over a mile to get a cup of water.
Something really cool this year is that we're going to continue a documentary. A lot of the footage that you see is actually footage from a camera guy that was following me along the race.
Wow.
So we're going back. Local sponsor Fizz Drinks is sending back the cameraman to be able to film this epic journey. And it's an amazing story.
My nephews are both extreme athletes. I'll ask you the same thing I asked them. Why?
I think it's, you peel away the world and the human onion, and when you're out there, it's only you. I find more about myself out on the course. I become patient in my own life. Endurance sports is such a parallel to life, if you really think about it. And each one of us in life is, enduring different hardships and stuff like this. I'm putting myself in my own hardship, and it almost trains me to be more patient in my own life back at home.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we cannot wait to watch you, to hear how you do, so people can actually follow along on Instagram.
Yep.
Where do they go?
So the Spine Race, they can find their website. There'll be a link, race start. They'll have a map. You'll be able to pull up my race number, my name. It'll have how fast I'm going, where I'm at on course, what placement. You can track every 3 minutes. It's updated.
Wow.
So you can see exactly where I'm at. And then Instagram, Ultralight007. We'll be doing live updates continuously.
Okay.
Wow. When will you be back?
I'll be back the 23rd.
Okay. Will you?
But when
will you
am
come
I going to be back here?
Yeah. Will you come back here and tell us
We'll
about
give
it?
you
do
a
it.
couple weeks
Okay.
Let's do
to
it.
recover.
Very good.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll look for the
Let the swelling go down.
Yeah, we'll be cheering you on.
Ben,
I
thanks.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
luck.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you,
We
Brittany.
appreciate it.
Thank you, Dave.